All right, so let's just get into it. In this video, I'm going to show you a new cold DM strategy that works incredibly well right now in 2026, and that helped us produce over $800,000 in revenue from signing clients and books us 9 qualified calls per day. Let me show you some proof, right? Because those are some big claims. So, first of all, this is one of my SDR's calendar right here. Okay, so this is little Google Calendar, not a screenshot. So let's count the calls on the calendar together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all of these calls are in a single day. Specifically, it was on the 20th. Now, let me also show you my calendar. And as I'm recording this video, it's Sunday, the 26th, and this is for the upcoming week. So as you see, Monday, Tuesday, and so on. I am fully booked. I am the founder, though, and I want to clarify that these are not brand new calls booked on our calendar. These are pre-qualified, pre-triaged calls that have been booked on my calendar. So basically, someone else, like my SDR, already had a call with these people on a calendar. He pre-qualified them, pre-educated them, and these people are pretty much here. They know everything about my offer. They know how it works. And so basically, a lot of the sale has already been done. So I'm not showing you this to brag. I'm just showing you this to show the proof. Now, let me show you some more. These are literally the responses that we get from this campaign, and we also run it on email. So have a look at this, real responses, right? Hey, everyone, nice to meet you. I hope you can play Stairway to Heaven, blah, blah, blah. If you like, you can send me a new way to attract more clients. Or this one, thanks for reaching out. I'm not sure that it's something that I need, blah, 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 but your sense of humor intrigues me. I look forward to seeing your 2-minute video. And then they're kind of playing along with the humor and the strategy that I use that I'm about to talk about in this video really quickly. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a great weekend. Big hugs, right? And then this one, love it, man. That's some good cold emailing. And then literally this prospect proposed the meeting themselves. I didn't even ask them for a call. The call to action is not even let's book a call or it's something else. But this prospect, Tuesday or Wednesday morning work for me. This prospect, like they themselves proposed this call. So tell me, do your prospects, like cold people, like they've never heard of me before, do they respond like this when you send the messages? And again, this is not to brag. I just want to show proof because I know there are a lot of people out there who make big claims, but they don't back it up with proof. So let's get into it. Okay, how does this actual new strategy works? So you can use this new strategy on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, and again, it involves directly DMing people. But you can also use it on email. So it's a strategy that is super efficient, and I want to say like it's very versatile, right? It's not like you can just only use it for one platform and that's it. Like no, this is universal. So you can use it on all these platforms, and you can also use it on some more platforms as long as you can message people on those platforms. So this is how it works. Now, let me show you the infrastructure of this method of this campaign, and then I'm going to explain the principles and what you need to implement in your own copy so that it works so well. So this is the message right here. Okay, this is the first message, and I'm going to explain exactly a little bit more about it. And then we're going to have 2 follow-ups. So again, you can implement this on email. You can do this on LinkedIn. You can do this on Instagram, whatever you like. So this is the initial message that I call the icebreaker. Okay. And then we are going to have follow-up number 1. That's going to be sent after 2 days if they did not respond to the first message, right? And then if they did not respond to the first message or the follow-up number 1, we're going to send follow-up number 2 2 days after follow-up number 1. Okay, so initial message, icebreaker, follow-up 1, follow-up number 2. We only send the follow-ups if they did not respond to the initial message. Now, if they responded positively to the initial message, right? The workflow is you are going to send them a baby VSL. This is how we call them because this is a short to the point VSL that's going to be about 3 minutes. Or it can even be shorter, like 2 to 3 minutes, right? We want to keep these videos short, to the point, straight on the offer. So this is going to be called the baby VSL. We send this video through Loom. The reason why that is because on Loom, you can attach a button that people can click right there on the Loom page. And on that button, you can basically attach your calendar, and then people can book a call with you directly from the calendar. So this way you don't have to go back and forth, and they don't have to come back to you to ask you, hey, you know, I'm interested, send a calendar link so I can book a call because you're going to have a drop off rate. So the reason why we have the VSL on Loom is because people can book the call directly from the Loom page. So it's very convenient, and it's also going to increase your booking rate, right? Because it's much faster, much easier for people to actually book the call. So this is why we have the VSL on Loom, and we're going to have a button again, that people can click and they can book the call directly after watching the VSL if they're interested. Now, if they don't say anything to the VSL, if they don't respond, right, they don't give an objection, and they don't book the call, then what you're going to do is you're going to send 9 follow-ups once every 2 days. And again, you only do this if they have not booked a call or if they did not respond in any way, even if it's negatively or positively to the baby VSL, right? So after the baby VSL, if there's no activity, you don't hear back from them, they don't book a call, you just send 9 follow-up messages once every 2 days, right? And there are I have other videos on my channel where I show examples like what are the follow-ups, what do they look like? But this is not the point of this video. The point of this video is this initial message, because if you get this right, you're not even going to have to worry that much about follow-ups or VSLs. Like, the initial condition sets the tone for the rest of the interaction with your client. Like, in other words, this initial message is going to influence every single part of your funnel. So the way prospects are going to book the call with you, right? Like, how many calls are you actually going to get from the system? How people are going to show up to the call, right? And here I literally mean the show up rate. Like, how many people are going to show up to the call? And with this process, we get a 90% show rate, 90. Most people get 50, 60%, maybe sometimes 70. We legitimately get 90% show up rate. Okay, so this is how it works. But again, this initial message sets the tone for the rest of the interaction. So if you nail this, if you get this right, which is what I'm going to show you in this video, then you're going to have crazy high show rates. You are going to have a great interaction, and people are much more likely to view you from a different perspective with different eyes and actually buy from you. So just a quick note in there, this is the secret sauce, right? Now, let's take a look at the message, right? Let me show you like what this actually is, how it works, and I'm going to give you the secret sauce. I'm going to tell you what you need to do to get it to actually work. Really well for you as well. So again, you can use this email. You can use this as email, like as a DM on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is. It's about the principle. It's not about the tactics. So let me explain. Hey, first name. This is pretty basic, right? Hey, first name. I saw that you are, and this is going to be basically the personalized line where you can just acknowledge something that you saw about them. So for example, if I'm reaching out to coaches and consultants, I might say like, hey, I saw that you are a fitness coach and you help executives to lose weight, right? Or something like that. So I acknowledge something about them to show them that I have actually taken a look at their profile, and then I've done my research. It's not like a spray and pray approach. So people feel important, people feel good when you acknowledge something about what they're doing. So this part, obviously, you can use AI to kind of write the personalized first line. Nowadays, it's super easy to do that, right? You can easily use AI, but this is the personalized line. Now we're getting into the juicy part, right? So I have a new and less known way that generates more clients and gets you in front of the right people. So I'm going to explain the principles behind this in a minute, but this is basically the heart of the message. So this is basically the offer that you make. This is what's going to get people to raise their hand and be like, "Yep, this is for me. Send me more details," right? So this is the heart. This is the offer of the message. This is the call to action, right? Which, as you can see, the call to action is not book a call with me or, would you like to, I don't know, talk to me at one point in the future? Like, no, the call to action is, do you want to see a 3-minute video or 2-minute video, whatever it is, breaking down the process, right? So this is the baby VSL, right? This is the baby VSL that I was talking about. So we're going to send people a baby VSL if they're interested in this. And then we're getting into yet another secret, humor. If not, send me your best rejection line, just like my high school crush did. Now, again, obviously you can copy this, you can adapt it to your market, to your offer, but let me explain the principles, because if you understand the principles of why this works, man, you're going to crush it. Like, you're going to make so much money. So let me explain this, okay? So the first element, the reason why this works so well is, first of all, new/less known. So it's always about implying, implying that this is a new system, this is something new that they have not tried before. So where do I imply this? Well, I imply this in the offer. I have a new and less known way that generates more clients, blah, 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 blah. So it doesn't even matter what you sell. You can sell fitness, you can sell relationship coaching, dating advice, you can sell, heck, you can sell everything that you want. You can sell ebooks, you can sell courses, you can sell your agency service. It does not matter. It's all about the principles. It doesn't matter what you sell, okay? So new and less known. So the process that I have, I'm implying that it's something new, that is something that they haven't tried before, it's something that they haven't seen. Now, the reason why we want to do that is because guess what? Today's market, regardless in what niche you are, every single market is crowded. So most likely your prospects have tried things in the past that did not work for them. So they've tried things, maybe solutions similar to yours, but they didn't get the results that they wanted. So they got disappointed. So they got burnt in the past. So this is why people never want to use the same approach that they've tried before. They always want something new. They want something different, right? Something that is not similar, that is not better, that is not faster, but they want something that is completely different. And I'm going to explain a little bit more about that and sort of like the psychology behind that. But it's kind of like a shiny object. People don't want the same process. They want something completely new, something exciting, right? Something different. So this is the first part. Now, the second part, and the reason why this message works so well, is what I like to call dog whistle language. So if you're familiar with copywriting, you probably understand this term, but dog whistle language in client lingo, what this means is I'm basically using my client's words. So my ideal client avatar own words. So let me show you the concrete example in this message, right? So I have an even less known way that generates more clients, right? So far, nothing too crazy, generates more clients and gets you in front of the right people. So I help coaches and consultants to get more clients. This is my market, coaches and consultants. And I can tell you, and if you're a coach and consultant, you can probably resonate with this, but 99% of coaches and consultants say that they want to get their offer in front of the right people. Literally, word for word, this is what they say. I want to get my offer in front of the right people. This is literally what they say. So basically, in my message, I'm speaking their language. I'm not using my language. I'm not saying what I want to say. I'm saying what they say. So I'm including this. So instantly when they're going to read this, they're going to be like, oh, damn, like did he just read my mind? That's exactly what I want. Oh my days, this is exactly what I want. So I am using their language, their own words in the exact same way they say it. This is dog whistle language, and this is going to come from your research, right? Because the best copywriter of all time has the best research. So if you want to nail this, if you want to get the best results, you need solid research, and you need to understand exactly what words and what phrases your clients use when they describe their goals and when they describe their problems. So this is the dog whistle language. And again, this is going to be different for every single market. This is going to be different for every single avatar. But you need to know and you need to do your research. You need to know your clients for this to work. So dog whistle language. Now, another factor, and we're getting pretty deep into this, and it starts to get pretty interesting. So people don't want improvement, okay? People want new opportunities, and it kind of comes down to the new and less known. So let me explain a little bit more. People don't want a method that is better or faster or I don't know, what are easier, right? They don't want offers that can be described with at the end. Faster, better, quicker, easier, whatever it is, right? People don't want the same system, but a little bit more improved. They don't want that. They want something completely new. The reason why that is, and Russell Brunson talks about this, Dan Kennedy talks a lot about this, right? A plus, A-list copywriters, right, and marketers. But the whole point is, if you're trying to sell improvement, like, hey, I have a better way to get more clients, or I have a faster way to get more clients, or I have a faster way to lose weight, people don't want that because that implies that they're going to have to do more work. And you know what I mean? Like, people don't want to put in the work. Like, people want the easiest, fastest method. If they could take a pill to get clients, they would take it, right? This is obviously why people pay $5,000 for like a surgery to get their fat removed from their belly. Like, I don't know how it's called, like liposuction or whatever it is. They pay $5,000 for a procedure like that, but they're going to pay $50 for a course, right? Is because it's much easier and it's, probably something new for them. So people don't want improvement. People don't want you to tell them like, hey, I have a better method to get clients, right? Or I have a method that's going to help you get more clients, which is again an improvement. People want a brand new opportunity, right? Because like again, improvement implies that they are not good enough as they are right now. So it's also psychological. They need to put in more work so to get results, which people don't want that, right? If like they know that if they're going to put in more work, and so instead of working 10 hours a day, they're going to work 16 hours a day. They know that they're probably going to get a better result, but they don't want that. They want a new opportunity. So essentially, this is what I'm selling here. I'm selling a new opportunity that allows them, for example, in my case, with coaches and consultants getting clients, I have a new opportunity, a new process that allows you to get in front of the right people, right? And I can even make it even stronger by saying, like, without you having to deal with all the marketing yourself, without you having to chase leads all day, every day. This starts to become a new opportunity. It's a good proposition. So I'm not selling better, faster, or easier, or more predictable, or whatever it is, or more clients. No, I'm selling a brand new opportunity that allows you to finally position yourself in front of the right people, get the clients that you want without you having to grind all day every day. So remember this and look at your offer. Are you selling more and better in something that includes the word or at the end, like not the word but the letters or at the end, or are you selling a new opportunity? People want new opportunities, right? Now, the new angle offer and the new mechanism. So this comes down to the actual promise itself, right? Because again, you got to understand today's market and today's context that people are absolutely bombarded with messages, with salespeople trying to sell them something in their DMs, emails, whatever it is. So people are sold to every single time, right? All day, every day. Now, the thing about this is, right, like you want to come up with a new angle. So, for example, coaches and consultants, right? It's a it's a big market. It's pretty much like a lot of people are trying to get into it, and every single person is going to try to advertise to coaches and consultants. They're probably going to say something like, "Oh, I'm going to help you get more clients. Oh, I'm going to help you get 25 clients. Oh, I'm going to help you get 30 clients. Oh, I'm going to help you get 50," and whatever it is. Coaches and consultants, they become numb to that type of message. And it's not just coaches and consultants, right? I'm just giving you a concrete example, but it's going to be the same in every single market: weight loss, dating, executive coaching, whatever it is. People get numb to those things, and they tend to like not react anymore. I believe it's called like advertising blindness or something like that, or banner blindness. I don't know, but the principle is like people are not going to react to the same promise over and over again, even if it's like 25 versus 30 clients. They've heard it so many times before that they're not even going to react. They're not even going to register it, and guess what? They're not going to respond positively to your offer. So it comes down to you tackling the offer from a different perspective. So as you can see, yes, I do mention getting more clients, but I do also mention get you in front of the right people. So I'm not just saying like, hey, I have a process that gets you 25 clients or you don't pay. They have heard that phrase like get clients or you don't pay. They've heard it like 100 times. I want to be different. So I want to present the same core promise, but from a different angle. Gets you in front of the right people. Books calls on your calendar that are pre-qualified. In the end, the goal is still to help them get clients, but I'm just presenting the offer from a different angle, right? So for example, instead of like lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks, hey, it's a new process that allows you to lose 20 pounds without you having to even go into the gym, right? Because like something like that, right? So it's just like a different angle. You're not changing the core promise. You're not like going from promising clients to promising to automate, I don't know, their business or lead gen, which is a totally different thing. No, you still promise the same core thing, but you just switch the angle a little bit, right? You don't want to like present the exact same promise that they heard before. They're not even going to react to it. So this comes to the new angle offer. And then of course we have the low effort call to action, which is, hey, is it okay if I send a quick video breaking it down? Don't ask people for a time, because you just got to understand their context. If they were to respond positively to every single person who asked them for their time, they would probably spend 12 hours a day, 16 hours a day, nonstop talking to people, which obviously they don't want to do. The time is precious for them. So a low barrier call to action, something that it's so easy to say yes to, and it's also intriguing. Like, yeah, I mean, this is a shiny object. I want to see a video. This is something new. Hey, it's intriguing, right? I want to see the video. So it's easy to say yes to this call to action. And then we get into the final core element, and this is really a huge secret, is humor, right? So humor obviously is this part right here. The reason why it works is because it allows you to stand out. It allows you to differentiate yourself, right? Because you're using humor. And like people are just tired of like boring, bland emails that promise results or you don't pay or guarantees. Like this is different. So one way it helps you stand out, it helps you differentiate yourself. Besides that, this specifically is self-deprecating humor. So what this does, it makes me vulnerable in front of them. And it almost allows them to connect with me on a personal level, right? Because I'm using self-deprecating humor. And it's almost like it breaks that ice. Like I'm not a stranger, like a complete stranger off the internet anymore. They start to get me a little bit more because this is something personal. Now, did I get rejected by my high school crush? No, right? Absolutely not. But I'm using this as a line to diffuse like the sales pressure that comes with sending a cold DM or like a cold email. So this is why it works so well. So self-deprecating humor, and even besides this, right? Even besides this, if you get people to laugh a little bit, even though this is not the best joke of all time, absolutely not. If you get them to chuckle a little bit, that is going to release dopamine in their brain, and then from there they're going to associate that good feeling because they dopamine has been released in their brain. They associate that good feeling with you, and guess what, they're going to be much more likely to say yes. They're going to be much more likely to show up to the call. They're going to be much more likely to buy because their brain associated that dopamine, their good feeling with you, right? So maybe this is a little bit extreme, but to give an analogy to really drive the point home, it's like, when drug addicts, right? Like they use drugs, right? They get high. Like obviously there's a massive amount of like dopamine, like massive levels of dopamine that are getting um produced in their brain when they get high, and then they associate that good reaction with getting high, whatever it is, like smoking or drinking or whatever it is, right? And this is how addiction is formed on a psychological level. So obviously we're not trying to get our prospects addicted here, but the point is this is how the brain works, right? When it releases dopamine, they associate that good feeling with the thing that triggered the dopamine. So in this case, right, with our little message. Now, this is not going to trigger dopamine just like drugs is going to trigger dopamine or any other, I don't know, addictions. But it's going to trigger a little bit of dopamine, and that little bit of dopamine, they're going to associate that good feeling with you. And this is why this works so well. So there you go. This is the strategy. I hope you find this video useful. If you are a coach, consultant, or agency owner and you want to get more clients, I have a pretty cool, unique offer where I'm going to help you get a lot of clients and a lot of results. And it's a pretty cool offer. If you want to check it out, there's a link in the description down below. Besides that, subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be posting more videos like this one, and hit the like button because YouTube is going to show you more videos like this one that are going to be pretty cool, hopefully. And I'll see you in the next video.